Hey everybody! It's a beautiful day. I'm hanging out at the farm, so I thought it's been a while since I did an update on the food forest project, so I thought I would walk it off. I haven't done a whole tremendous amount, but I said I would share the good, the bad, and the ugly, so I'm going to walk it off and give you an idea where we're at. We're kind of between seasons, so as the cool breaks down and my garden time goes away, I'm probably going to be hiding in there a little bit more in the shade. As the shade develops, everything's just starting to pop, so pretty soon it'll be doing great, I hope. Cows are chilling off in the distance over there. So this stuff's kicking a little bit. We got some plantains going up on the, actually technically it's a banana, it's an Orinoco. So we got those ready to come around the corner right up there, coming soon. We got some mangoes behind it. The mulberries are all kicking. These little guys we planted earlier, the Suriname cherries. One of these days I need to go through all the areas and kind of show off everything as far as the different spots and what we have growing in every little spot, but it's not all that organized. I just kind of plop things in where I think it makes sense. So starting to make some order out of my seed starting area. I've been cranking things through here. I got some trees that are very, very young and very small that will be moving out into the system. I got some bunya going there that I'm really excited about. It's gonna be a while before I eat any bunya though. It's been 10 months since I did the original clean slate, and so it's a little different than it was then, but I really thought I'd be further along than I am. I just planted this bamboo recently because I wanted to fill in where this tree is dying and it's gonna slowly collapse away. I got some red Napier here that should fill in pretty cool before too long. I'll go around the outside, then I'll come back in. This little system has done very well for me. So I've got the lemongrass in the back that probably another month I'll chop it all back and use it as a chop and drop. And then I've got the pigeon peas that have gotten several harvests so far off of them, and they're still covered up with flowers and pods that we'll be pulling off to eat later with rice and peas. And then there's some moringas in there that are real tall and lanky, which is kind of what I was hoping would happen. So they're going up top, and I'll cut the tops off of those, and I think they call it pollarding. So I'm going to pollard those and maybe even plant some more in there. This is a brand new bed. I just planted that yesterday. We got some peanuts going in there, so we'll see how they do. The sugar cane is doing all right. I'm hoping to see a better pop this year. More pigeon peas. The malanga has done quite well back there. That sucker's getting pretty big. Out in the open in the grassy area, I've got this. It's a willow that just showed up in a different spot. I dug it up and put it here because I'm hoping it matures, and I got some spiderwort around the base of it. Pretty flowers and good eating. And so once we get past the little grassy area, there's the questionable trees. We'll see if they come back. So we've got, that's that pear that my daughter wanted. Back there is the dwarf Cavendish, which has lots of pups going on it right now. This year it's an interesting thing because back where all that blue sky is, there used to be trees, and so they've died little by little. It's got the oak blight that's been killing them all off the water oaks, and so but now that those trees are gone, the wind has been howling through here, so a lot of the trees are taking a beating this time of year. More lemongrass through here. The loquat is definitely happy. It has taken another bed that I am going to plant. I haven't planted that one yet. And then there's this other pear that I don't think it's going to make it. we'll see. But you see it's got a lean to it. That's all just straight wind. So maybe once the rains start and it has a chance to rebound, it might come back. Who knows? Tithonia, that's that few branches I'd stuck in the ground. I'll let them go. So that'll fill this area, make like a wall before very long at all. And what else? We got the persimmon that I am pretty sure is dead and good riddance. I'm not really that worried about it. I was hoping it would go, but I don't think it's gonna. I think that one is a casualty. Got a Peruvian apple cactus or cactus apple, or I don't know what they call it, Peruvian apple thing. And then over here, I harvested a bunch of cassava this year, and I still got this one going. I can harvest more whenever I feel like it. It's doing pretty well. The blueberries were an absolute fail. They were tiny to begin with, and I'm just not a blueberry grower, I guess, because I'm not willing to do the work. And mulberries are easy, and I don't have to mess with them, so I put a mulberry in here. It's a tiny little start that should take off this year and do well. Olive's still happy. This is all just wild space. We'll see what that does. And my lemon tucked under the oak tree is doing really well. This one, it's one of those things the permaculture people have always said to plant your permaculture citrus underneath oak trees, and now the UF is starting to tell us that we should do that because they are pretty and growing really nicely. So it's a happy plant. All right, what else do we have? These pots. So those are rather awkward and conspicuous, but the rabbits ate all of my sweet potatoes last year, so I had a hard time getting them started. So this year what I'm going to do is I'm going to do boniato in one, and then the more traditional sweet potato in the other, and let them grow in the pot and kind of run off the sides and take off if they hit the ground. And that way maybe I can get them established by getting them up off the ground a little bit. We've got a mango over here doing very nicely. You can actually get a better view of the malanga from up top too, so you can see it's quite happy back there. It's good stuff. You get another view of this little system with the lemongrass and the pigeon peas behind it. They do really nicely. And then over here we have the Namwa, which is grown. It's doing pretty good. I gotta separate some of these pups and spread them out a little bit and give them some more space. The Chaya has outgrown me, so it's doing pretty well too. We'll go through and around here. So the fig has taken off. The Barbados cherries are, yeah, they're doing okay. They've grown some. And then the falsa in the background, right there's the falsa. We still got the nopales, the opuntia cactus. It's doing well. I just put a dragon fruit at the base of this tree. See if it'll take off and run. This is a cutting or air layering that we did. It's a pomegranate, so it has definitely taken, as has the fig. It's interesting because I planted two figs not far from one another. This one's gotten full and looking good, and the other one I think is dead. Vanilla bean, or not vanilla bean, the ice cream bean. So still kicking. There's my dead fig. Did not make it, but I don't know though. I'll leave it. It'll either rot or it'll come back. We'll find out. And then this area back here I kind of opened up, so I'm gonna keep going. I took out the fence in this section, and I'm gonna kind of keep running that way and expand it as we go. That's my avocado that I did, mimicking Jeff Lawton's system, which is doing very well. And then eventually I'll go across the way and all of that will be incorporated. But I'll do a little bit at a time as we go. And that's about it for right now. It's I'd hope to be a little further than I am, but I don't know, I'm happy with what I got going on. The pears I didn't think would do anything, and they're not. But I've got a lot of other trees that'll be happy in here. And we've pulled some decent amount of food already. So by the end of this year, it should be a pretty productive system. And it'll keep growing. We'll probably go that way some too. Little by little, I'll just keep plunking in trees. There are already trees over there. You can see in the background over there. I'm not going to walk all the way out there. But just past the garden, there's some papayas. And as you go around the corner, past those papayas, I've got some star fruits and some plums and some citrus, and there's more trees. So that food forest system is going to connect all the way through there over time. So I start with little islands of plants and trees and get them established, and then over time I'll connect them. So if you look through the end of the food forest over there, way at the far end, there's like nothing. There's a yard with not much, but just on the other side of it, there's loquats and there's some more mulberries, and there's more citrus, and there's a few things back there. And over time, I'll connect that system to this system, and it'll become one big area. So hope you enjoyed the update, and I hope to have something for you the next few months that shows some progress to some of these new little things that we're plunking in the ground. Thanks for checking in.